So we're recording now. And looking at the agenda, there are kind of three steps. I also want to remind you that, and I think I've told you this, that on Friday, today is Wednesday, on Friday, we will not have a Google Meet. Don't forget, we will not have a Google Meet. There'll be it'll be an opportunity ultimately for you to work on kind of a mini essay, a short essay for me. So I can get a sense, kind of a sample of your writing, and it's an opportunity for you to explore a little bit more of this idea of identity and America. It might be your American identity. It is. I'm asking for your American identity, whether that be as someone who is not yet a citizen, which may be the case for some of you. It may be as someone who is seeking citizenship, or as someone who is just simply kind of here. Believe it or not, I did learn that my son is playing tennis with somebody who is an exchange student. So apparently there are exchange student programs that are going on. And so, if you happen to be an exchange student, that would be something that you would kind of explore. So what is your identity as a person in America as an exchange student under those circumstances? But there's some other stuff here that I'm asking you to do today. And I'm going to give you, actually, I think, I'm going to start with probably about half an hour. And then I want to check in and kind of see where you are, see if people need more time. And if people need more time, I want to give you as much time as I possibly can. I asked you for today to do a little bit of reading in your yellow book. Okay. And if you forgot to do that, I took notes for you and kind of walk you through some different things that are going on there. So looking at the agenda, Roman numeral 1, I'm asking for you to create a Google Doc, put your name on it and today's date in the top left. And ultimately, that is always where you're going to be putting your name for most of your papers. You want to put your name in the top left, never on the right, always on the left. And on that document, the first thing is I want you to explain why it would have been, and we didn't get a chance to talk about this, but I want you to explain why it would have been short-sighted or blind of me to have in previous years that I taught English 11 to ask students to explore Ellis Island immigration records. Okay? Why would that be dumb on my part? Okay? And so this requires a little bit of thinking on your part, and a little bit of writing. So you're probably not going to be able to answer that question in a single sentence. It's probably going to take a few sentences, at least 3, I would imagine. And then there are 10 questions embedded in the outline of the notes that I took from pages 16 to 31. If you want to have your book, kind of open as you're going through it and looking at those moments, I would recommend that. And then you're going to answer some of the questions, all of the questions. So let me share that document with you so you can see what the questions are that I'm asking you to respond to. My sound okay? Can you guys hear me all right? Yep, okay. Stuff gets so much slower when I record, it's ridiculous. Any moment now. Here it comes right now. There it is. So you'll see here, I created a link here too, where, I don't know, some things you might chase down, follow the rabbit hole if you so desire. But the first question here, I want to show you what the first question looks like. So like letter B, letter C, and D, what makes an explorer? Are people basically good? You're not going to be answering those questions. those are questions that are asked in the big yellow book. But in Roman numeral 3, for instance, on page 19, I'm asking, personal writing may not always be 100% accurate. Why? And so you explain why that would be the case. So you want to kind of find where it talks about that a little bit. And some of these answers are going to be in the book, and some of them require you to do some thinking and show that thinking in your writing. So there are 10 of those. And they're numbered in parentheses after the question. So you want to make sure that you're responding to those questions. And in half an hour from now, it's currently 9:49 according to my monitor. But I want you to go by whatever it is that your monitor says. Come back 30 minutes from now. If you've got questions as you're kind of working on this, throw them up in chat, and I'll take those questions and try to address them as best I can for you. So give yourself 30 minutes to start working on the agenda, and I want you to tackle both Roman numeral 1 and Roman numeral 2. So you need to answer that question about my stupidity and then those 10 questions. Okay? So if you don't have any questions, create that Google Doc and go ahead and get started. If you need help, let me know. All right. So we've got about 5 minutes left, and I know that some of this is hard. And one of the things that I try to remember is that you and I together, we're still continuing to figure each other out. And so you're getting a sense of the way that my mind works, and I'm trying to get a sense of how your mind works. So once this is complete, you don't have to turn this in. You don't have to submit now if you're not quite ready yet. But don't forget to share this document with me. Maybe if you finish it up this afternoon. But do share it with me. I want to give you points for the work that you've put into this, and I want to give you feedback and comments and talk a little bit about how you can go about improving in how you go about responding to things. So finish this up if you have not. For Friday, I asked for our last class for you to bring the song lyrics to something that kind of evokes the American identity. Hopefully, it also speaks to kind of a part of your American identity. I'm asking for next time for you to have in your possession the lyrics or a poem lyrics to a song or a poem that speak to your American identity, your sense of who you are as someone who lives in America. And you're going to write a little bit about that on Friday into the weekend, and that'll be an essay that is due next week. So you've got some time, and certainly you want to take advantage of opportunities to meet with me if you have questions, or send me emails if you have questions about what exactly I'm asking you to do. On Friday, the open office hours will be available to you in the afternoon. I may be meeting with other students who've signed up for times. Don't forget that you can sign up for times as well. And I think that covers just about everything. If you don't have any more questions about this particular assignment that I'm asking you to do right now to finish up, you're free to go. If you've got questions, go ahead and stick around and ask those questions.